Hey everyone, welcome to Zack Attack Reviews. Thank you for joining me for my most anticipated movies for 2023. I'm super excited about the year in 2023. Looks like it's going to be really, really great with a great mixture of big blockbusters, returning franchises, and smaller movies. But what are my most anticipated films? I'm going to talk about that right now. I'm going to start off with my honorable mentions, three films that I'm not as excited for or is going to be coming out very soon, and the first one is going to be Megan. That one is coming out this week, I believe, on January 6th on a Friday. So I was not much anticipating I have to do for that film. I should have a review coming for that soon. I'm also excited for Shelby Oaks because it's a film created by a YouTuber that's been doing movie reviews for so long before doing the movie review thing was popular. That's Chris Stuckman. So I'm really excited to see what he can do because he's been talking about it for so long. He seems very, very passionate. So I'm excited to check that out. And also a movie that got pushed from 2022 to 2023, and that's Killer of the Flower Moon, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, based on a book. The description sounds amazing. It's about the 1920s and CIA agents are getting picked off. But anything Leo is in, I'm ready for. So those are my honorable mentions. Let's get into my top 10 most anticipated movies. The Marvels. I'm really, really excited about this movie because Nia DaCosta is a fresh, brand new face coming in to direct it. I really liked her direction on Candyman. I thought the script of that movie was just okay, but I thought the direction was really, really good. So I'm excited to see what she does under the Marvel banner, especially since they've been giving their directors more reign. And I'm excited to see Brie Larson come back. Hopefully, she gets to do more than she has gotten to do in the past projects that she showed up in. I love Kamala Khan. Miss Marvel was one of my favorite shows last year, and I'm excited to see her jump to the big screen. And Monica Rambeau, I'm really, really excited to see her also jump to the big screen. Them three interact and see the conflict that they're going to have at first, and then those three ladies come together and kick ass. This movie I just only recently heard about as I was looking up the movies that are coming out this year, and it's called Renfield. It's going to be directed by Chris McKay, and I recently became a fan of the McKays, especially after Don't Look Up. I really, really enjoyed that movie, so I'm excited to see Nicolas Cage become Dracula in a very wacky sounding version of Dracula. I'm a big fan of Nick Cage recently. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was one of my favorite movies last year, and I'm excited to see him get into like an A24 film, something that's gonna be like kind of like probably like a comedy horror, and what they do with this classic story. My at number 8 is Creed 3. I haven't seen Creed 2 yet, but I love, love, love Creed 1. I'm gonna make sure I watch Creed 2 first before this comes out. And I'm excited to see how Michael B. Jordan does in his directorial debut. Jonathan Majors is in this film, and he's going to have a huge year this year. He already had a big year last year, and I'm really excited to see him as the antagonist villain of this film. He looks like he's in incredible shape, just like Michael B. Jordan. So this feels like it's going to be a powerful, moving story with some action-packed boxing. So I'm really excited to see how they wrap up this trilogy. Number 6 is Cocaine Bear. This sounds like this might be the stupidest movie in the world, but the fact that it's based on a true story, but they're just exaggerating the events, makes me feel like this is going to be really, really fun, and it's going to have some surprises, hopefully. I'm really excited to see a bear hopped on cocaine just tear through people, and the hilarity it will ensue as we watch it. The trailer got me super excited. It was so off the wall, and I'm hoping the whole movie is like that from almost beginning to end. I'm really excited to see what they do with this, and Elizabeth Banks is directing it, and I think that she's a solid director and writer, so I'm really excited to see if this is going to be a disaster or one of those cult classics that everybody laughs at. Coming at number 5 is Barbie. When I first heard this movie announced, it's like, why are they making a Barbie movie? People don't really play with dolls anymore like that. But after seeing the trailer and how bonkers everything looked, I'm really excited to see what they do, what Greta Gerwig does with this movie. I really liked her last two movies that she did. I like Margot Robbie as an actress, even though her films usually don't perform well. I usually end up liking them anyway. And Simu Lee's in it, Issa Rae is in it, and it's probably going to be a few others I didn't expect. Ryan Gosling playing Ken. Perfect casting. I'm really, really excited to watch Barbie and be amazed by the bonkerness that's about to go on. I'm going to see that before I see Oppenheimer. At number 5 is probably the one of the best or the best action franchises that we have on the market, and that's John Wick 4. I am super, super duper excited to see how they continue this story. The first three John Wicks were spectacular. Number 2 is probably the worst of the three, but that was still pretty good, better than a lot of action movies that come out. And this one looks like we're going to get build out the world a little bit more, which I'm excited for. That's some of the best parts of this franchise. And just see the kick-ass action, how they take it up to another notch. And more Keanu in my life is always good. At number 4 is a movie that I'm very optimistic about, but I'm being very cautious, and that's The Flash from DC. This movie has been mirrored with delays and controversies and a whole bunch of mess people being put in and taken out and everything. But the word from the test screenings is that this movie is fantastic and a crowd pleaser. Despite Ezra Miller's issues off camera and what he does in his personal life, I do like him as an actor, and I think that he can do a great job with a good director like Andrew Muschietti, who did the It franchise. I'm excited to see both Batmans in this movie. I'm excited to see this other Flash that's in here, to see this version of Supergirl. There's a lot of intriguing things in here. I love multiverse stories, and I'm hoping this delivers. Even though I know the DC might reset, I'm still excited to see what we get from these films and if they can achieve greatness. Coming at number 3 is M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. From the first trailer I saw, I was super stoked from this. I know M. Night Shyamalan, he's up and down with his films, a lot of downs, and he relies heavy on twists, but I'm hoping that he sticks to the source material, because even though I hear mixed things, some people love the book, some people don't. Hopefully he can stick to it, elevate it, and bring it home, because this looks really, really interesting. The way they're depicting this, where this family has to kill one of themselves to save the world and everything. I'm really excited to see how this movie turns. Coming at number 2 is Dune Part 2. I'm super excited. I really, really love the first Dune. I think that came out, in 2020? Was it 2019? I think it was 2020 when the first Dune came out, or even 2021. I don't know. All the years are starting to blend in together for me. But I thought that movie was really great, but it was like an unfinished story, and obviously it was. It was Dune Part 1, and this is Part 2. It's going to wrap everything up in terms of this arc, because I know they want to do more than one. More than two, but I'm really, really excited. They added Florence Pugh to the cast, and a few other standout people have been added to the cast after a lot of people died in the first movie. So I'm really excited to go back to the spice. Come on, number 1. You know what it is. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite movies of all time. I watched that movie over and over and over and so many times on big screen, in my house on the TV, on my phone on the train. I just watch parts of it here and there. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. I love Miles Morales as a character. I think he stands out, and I love the different variants and different multiverse copies of Peter Parker Spider-Man, whether it's Spider-Ham, Spider-Gwen, or any other thing that's going on. And I love when they delve deep into it. We might see if we get the Spider Hunters, and we get Spider-Man 2099, one of my first Spider-Man comics I've owned. I'm really, really excited to see how this movie pans out and how they build the world out even more than they already have. The teaser trailers have been really interesting, and they said that they've got be able to go even more bonkers than they did with the first movie. So I'm super excited to see what they do. But that's my list. What is yours? What are your most anticipated movies for 2023? Is it any of the movies that I dropped here, or is it other ones? Because there's tons of other interesting titles coming out. Let me know down below. Maybe it's something I didn't even know was coming out. Hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel on my way to 400 subs. Let's get there for 2023, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of my reviews, reactions, and ranking list coming. I have my tickets for Megan already. I'm going to get that review as soon as I finish seeing it. So yeah, look out for that, and you can watch more of my content right now.